I am in my happy place. I am with my happy guys. I got Crazy Craig and Mike on the mic with me, and we are on the long, bumpy road to WrestleMania, and that means it's time for Kayfabe Chronicles. Um, First thing I'm kind of looking at, I want this to end tonight with something just kind of in between and fun, but still. Um, Cut to right, rumors and various things. That's kind of what's important here. Um, Captain Howdy, I guess he was, injured or injured more than they let on. A there's a major angle planned for WrestleMania, and there's rumors, things going out every which way about that. But that's what I most of them seem to be pointing. Lexa had fan events canceled, which points out to me, at least, that that after months of uncertainty and confusion, as they fumbled, as we discussed, kind of in the middle there, um, they fumbled while Bo Dallas was injured. That might be, while we had, but my point is, all a lot of arrows point we might actually finally have our Wyatt's moment that we were promised when it came out last year.
Who
Before,
cares?
uh, but still, yeah, I'm looking. We're gonna have a Wyatt's moment, and Craig, don that shirt for WrestleMania. To sit with that.
All right.
Um,
So where
I
the
think that ship has sailed, man. I don't know.
it's
Oh,
the con-
that's the worst thing that that they were afraid of, and that's the thing. They fumbled it so long and so bad, but I guess it was all around a broken leg or ankle on Bo Dallas.
yeah, but they can still do other things. Like Kurt Angle left, they were still at American Made, still involved doing other things. They could have had the White Six still involved.
Yeah,
Like they could have still
they
had them doing other things and creating, chaos and bring Alexa Bliss into it, but they didn't. They kind of just Bo Dallas isn't here. We're not going to do anything with them. So they're
oh
just sitting at home waiting.
there's a lot of things they could have, should have, would have done with that. I think they boy, as we discussed and as you just said, they have howled up rather royally. Um, okay, so I'm not going to do my Bray Wyatt skit here. I was going to use the old real lantern, but I can never get the thing to work. Um, I like my gas lantern, but like I said, just things just the innards all rust out. But anyway, the only things that really work anymore are these deals. So I was gonna do a whole, Bray Wyatt impersonation, or what was I gonna start out with?
It's just a little button underneath. That's all it is. You,
Okay.
what are you, Mick Foley? Are you a Dudley? Are you White? Like what are you right now?
Oh, that's the name I should have had. I should have had a surname kind of deal on this. Yeah. Uh,
Oh, Mick Wyatt,
yeah.
Mick Dudley
I
Wyatt.
was just gonna go say Mick Wyatt dash Dudley. There you go. Or,
I
or
miss the
why?
Dud. I miss the Dudleys of ECW back in the day, man. Like when Bubba Ray would be like, "My name is Boo Boo
Oh,
Boo
oh, oh.
Boo." Well,
Now we're talking.
Big Dudley.
Now he's doing
Oh,
like
man. That Big Dick Dudley. Daddy. What else is going on? Okay. Kamala in the WWE Hall of Fame, along with Undertaker's wife, Triple H, and Lexi Luger. I mean, for what though? I mean, she was never elected or won much of anything. I mean, I was a bigger draw
Wait,
than she ever was.
who was the newest inductee?
Kamala, you got in Giant back in the '80s.
Oh, Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, throw Kamala in there.
And
They'll let everybody in eventually. So
No, they won't.
yes, they will.
well,
Where's Bam Bam Bigelow?
I feel like they're throwing everybody in, and it's like
They're throwing people in there that don't deserve to be in there,
exactly that's why it's like the freaking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
like Michelle
Rock
McCool.
and Roll Hall of Fame is rock and roll, but half the inductions lately have been rap, R&B, jazz, country, not even rock and roll. Like that's the whole point of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
that's the thing though, is Ronnie James Dio in there, Priest, you know what I mean? It's just like
No one cares about the '80s.
that's
All right,
I'm not talking about the
those
80s.
guys all started in
Right,
Priest
damn
started
it.
in the 70s.
All right, whatever.
And Judas Priest definitely, whether you're a fan of them or not, deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I know they do,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
should
that's
be
been the going thing. I'm definitely
they should have been in there way before freaking Eminem and Dr. Dre.
yeah, exactly. Good point. That's what I'm
Just-
talking about.
Same thing with baseball. Same thing with football. Like at
Yeah.
least it's certain people should be in the Hall of Fame and certain people shouldn't. I think baseball people are complaining. John Franco. I think me and Mike might have had this conversation.
John Franco definitely deserves to be. He's one of the best lefty closers of all time.
He has more saves than Wagner, or he has a lower ERA than Wagner. He's got more saves than another person that's in the Hall of Fame, but yet he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, look how long it took Wagner to get in.
I
Like,
know, but Franco was already passed. Like he got
we
passed.
know there's a ton of guys that deserve to be in there, but here's the difference with baseball, though. At least, like, they're running out of people to elect. Really, they got to wait until guys retire at this point, and they're just the guys that really should be in there are not because of steroids. So they're going to be waiting for years before they change any type of rules or regulations.
Or they stay on their list. At I'm just thinking like NFL and baseball Hall of Fame. They'll keep them on the list, but not have them all.
It's mostly politics because Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, well,
Voters don't like Kurt Schilling. It's not like
well, he should. It shouldn't have anything to do with these writers. Like, it's the guy's stats, the way he played the game. Like,
he's got a World
Kurt-
Series. I think he won it twice, right? Or-
Kurt Schilling definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Like, the thing about the Baseball Hall of Fame is that at least they don't put a lot of guys in year. Like, if you look at the NFL, there's like what 20 guys that go in every year.
No, there isn't. There's 20. So it goes from like 60 people voted down to 20 and then voted down to a certain amount. So they do one veteran electoral, which is Sterling Sharp this year, which he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Why was Sterling
career
Sharp not already in the Hall of Fame?
because he had a short career because of the neck injury.
Yeah, so what, man?
He only played for 6-7 years. That's it. But he was the number one receiver 5 of those 6-7 years. Like he literally put up numbers like crazy. He would have destroyed Jerry Rice's numbers. But he's finally going in. And I think they had one other elected. Other than that, I think 4 other people might get elected. Eli Manning should have been in.
Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame.
He's got 2 World Series MVPs. Super Bowl MVPs.
Super Bowl MVPs, yeah, man.
How are you not saying he's a Hall of Fame quarterback? Are you looking at postseason numbers or are you looking at regular season numbers?
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, and I hate the Giants, and he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He should be. When it came to crunch time, he was clutch for them. And that's why he won 2 Super Bowls. Dan Marino couldn't win a Super Bowl. Boomer Esiason didn't win a Super Bowl. Jim Kelly didn't win a Super Bowl. He was there 4 times. A lot of these quarterbacks, they go based on regular season. It's not just regular season. It's regular season and postseason. Eli should have been in the Hall of Fame. Even before freaking Phillip Rivers, who's next year. Drew Brees is probably going to be in because he put up numbers and got a Super Bowl. So, yeah.
No, Drew Brees deserves it. I don't know about Phillip Rivers, though.
But Phillip Rivers will be in because he had better numbers. He had better stats.
He had better stats than Drew Brees?
No, than Eli Manning. So he won't be in next year, but he'll be in the year. He'll be in before Eli.
My point was about baseball is that, at least the guys that you see going in now are deserving of it. Like Ichiro deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. CC Sabathia deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And then the they're putting in Dick Allen and Dave Parker. I mean, those guys should have been in already.
Yeah,
But-
Wagner's going in finally.
And Wagner, like Wagner should have been in years ago.
Yeah, people that were the face of baseball for a certain amount of years, they should be at least somewhat close to it, like Mattingly, David Wright.
Well, that's the thing, man. If you're gonna, by your Sterling Sharp going in the Hall of Fame, so then, Mattingly played for what, 11 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
But those 11 seasons, he was up for the batting title every year against Wade Boggs. Like, a guy like Kirby Puckett, he didn't play that long. He got to the Hall of Fame because he had ridiculous numbers the time that he played.
Right.
David Wright, he didn't play that long.
The pitcher from the Dodgers.
Oh, Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax. He ended up having the ligament damage in his elbow. His season was completely cut short because they didn't have Tommy John back then. But the numbers that he had allowed.
But when he pitched, he was the most dominant pitcher in the entire game.
Like Jacob DeGrom, which you don't want to admit, but
you're comparing DeGrom to Sandy Koufax. Come on,
still DeGrom, he is the most dominant pitcher in baseball when he's pitching.
Wait. I thought this was a wrestling podcast.
I know it is, but we're gonna go back. We're talking about Hall of Fame candidacy and all that.
No, that's good. Actually, keep it going for a second.
But there'll be two more people probably nominated or not nominated going into the.
Oh, him and I could keep this banter up for all day long, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Kamala's going in. When did he get notified? Because I looked at WWE News, I didn't see anything.
Kamala's dead.
Yeah, but when did they announce that he was going in?
Yeah, I didn't see them announce. I watched SmackDown and Raw. I didn't see him on there.
All I saw was a number 4. Tim's looking it up.
Oh yeah, this is just. Well, we'll just wait it like download or something. But I think I should be able to at least share this. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I don't care. This is just too damn funny. Do that.
Yeah, I don't like my background. I'm taking my background off. Oh, I can't do it. No. So, all right, let's talk about the 2 promos that were cut on SmackDown. One was number 4, which everyone's still saying is Aleister Black. So, do you know when that's actually going down?
Here we go.
Number 4 to what?
I don't know. It just shows 4 and some symbols. So, don't know. Oh, we got something coming up.
Am I? Yeah, I should be. Hey, let me see. I should be sharing this. Yeah.
Depends wearing. Woo, grandma. Depends wearing. Whoa. Scooter driving. Grandma. Woo. Energy drinking. Woo.
What's with the midget?
I know, it's crazy.
His Woo energy drink?
Depends wearing. Woo, grandma. Depends wearing. Whoa.
Man, Ric Flair is this is embarrassing, man.
He's selling out.
You think that's embarrassing? I think that's the funniest shit. Like the first time I saw it, I didn't think that much of it. I thought it was silly or what the hell is this? But just the way he's just the way he goes, like this is a midget running in the background. Like,
yeah, what is it?
What's
What's the midget?
That's I mean, it gets crazier and crazier every time I watch it. Like,
it's not funny, but it's like this guy. I mean, shit. What?
Yeah.
This guy is arguably the greatest of all time, and he's just doing shit like this, man.
Yeah, I know. But I just want to share that real quick. Here we go. But it cracks me up though, because just because it's just like, Craig, you don't gotta worry about me being that age. But if I was 88 years old, that's pretty much where I'd be and what I would be doing.
All right, I gotta show you something. So
Has anyone actually had a Woo energy drink?
no, I haven't.
I have not seen them in a gas station or in a supermarket at all. I think it might be down south.
Sometimes these things are just regional.
Oh,
Buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage. Where it comes from. It does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it.
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey. I kiss
kiss it on the lips. Dude, I could watch that shit over and over again, man. Kiss it on the lips.
Kiss it on the lips.
Oh my god.
Okay, getting back on. Now this would make here's two things that would make me fucking sad. They're looking at Goldberg against Gunther.
What?
After Gunther loses the title at WrestleMania.
Wait,
The Austrian against the Jew? That's it.
I mean, that's like two things that makes me
why
not
would Goldberg do
happy.
Come on, man.
like
Goldberg. Why, man? Nobody likes Goldberg. Nobody.
He's
Well,
a 1
that's
for 20 now. There's no reason.
No, there really isn't. But if there's anybody that could shine shit, it would be Gunther. But still, it's going to hurt Gunther ultimately. Like I said,
Exactly, man.
If this all holds up, if that one all holds true, man, Jesus.
Leave the past in the past, man. Goldberg, go away,
Why
man.
does
Like,
Triple H freaking come back to wrestle? He's in better shape than Goldberg right now.
you remember when Goldberg wrestled Bray Wyatt? And he tried to get him up in the brain buster? He couldn't even get him up.
Not even that long ago.
Right.
I mean, not Reigns. Brock Lesnar. Like, there was no point. It was just.
And they let him beat Brock Lesnar, which is disgusting.
Yeah. That was and it was like a quick match too. It was like, spear versus spear.
Exactly. Like, he has no other move. He's not going to be able to lift Gunther up like he used to.
Bray Wyatt almost fell on him.
Yeah.
He couldn't even he had to, if you remember, he didn't even fully execute the move. He just kind of flung him.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Not only that, it could be dangerous. Maybe that's another one reason why they would. That's the thing though. It bothers me because it kills Gunther.
They should not book Gunther with Goldberg, man.
But that's the thing though. Okay, if you're in the unfortunate hypothetical, you're in the unfortunate, and you got the living roster there. We know who we're working with. Who would you? If you're in the unfortunate situation to work Goldberg in a huge match, blow him up, put him over, whatever.
Too many people as it is.
Who would you use?
Breaker.
I got him. You ready?
Breaker.
Hey, Bill Goldberg. If you're watching, you're probably not, but if you are, go sign with AEW, okay? There's plenty of matches for you to have over there.
What's the belt
point?
This week. Oh, sorry, one of the 20 belts they have.
Well, that's the thing about Goldberg, though. It's like after having the push and career and everything else that he had, he doesn't want to go back to that. He's looking for the one big payday, I would imagine.
Like he needs it? Come on, man.
There's no reason for WWE to bring him back. There's no reason.
Nobody wants to see Goldberg, man. Most of these kids don't even know who the hell Goldberg is.
Yeah, probably why they're trying to do. I don't know why. He wants to work in front of his kids. He wanted to show the kids what he did. I'm like,
you already did.
Yeah, he did. That was great. Show him the stuff from the '90s. Leave it at that. You don't need to do this.
He's a glorified gym teacher in the Goldbergs. He doesn't need to be on WWE anymore.
He ended arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time's career. That's what he did.
Bret Hart. talking about Bret Hart, or who else did he mangle? Goldberg was kind of dangerous.
Oh yeah, Goldberg was worse than Seth Rollins in hurting people.
Yeah, I was just gonna think of maybe Speed. Whenever Rollins, ended up injuring somebody, it was really ultimately something else or whatever. But with Goldberg, you always know it was Goldberg, like you said.
He didn't know how to work. That's the problem.
Right.
The power plant didn't do shit.
So tomorrow in Glasgow, tomorrow's War, we covered a bit of last Monday, and we could go over the matches, but I could go over the other matches too. But ultimately, who cares? As per usual, we find it's more about the promos and the backstage fights and the cutaways, that we talk about anyways, or what really makes the news. And with this, it still goes on to Cena's heel speech. Why did I do it? Why this, that, and another thing? And of course, being a heel and really tearing into the fans and everything like that. See how much heat he could. Speaking of heat, it'd be interesting to see the kind of reaction he might get in Glasgow. Yeah, Cody Rhodes and John are going to be under the same roof, and that I don't know where they're going to go with that, but ultimate. I got $5 though that our favorite crew of NXT hopefuls will be working security and get flung around in that encounter. That's what I'm thinking.
Remember what Cena said in his promo? He said, "I'm not a baby face. I'm not a heel. I'm a human being."
Lyra Valkyria and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's Valkyria has been, doing well with everything. Defending the title and really working her way up. I don't care so much for Rodriguez. She's good and all, but then again, she might actually win the Intercontinental title. Just looking at Judgment Day. That's my take on it. And CM
I don't
Punk.
think they know exactly what to do with Raquel. Like they just throw in with the tag team championship with Liv, but like she should have had an opportunity with the belt, but she gets injured too much.
She came up with Rhea, and like they had a rivalry, years ago. So why don't they put her against, put her in something with Rhea?
She gets injured too much, I think.
Well, not only that, Rhea had. I think we'll get bigger plans for Rhea at this point. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not concerned so much about Rodriguez. Unless they, like I said, I don't know if they would give her the strap or not. I'm thinking not because Lyra is on a push, kind of a push. She's still on a upward momentum there, so I would continue with the title. They're going to give Punk a mic in Glasgow. I just see there's like an international incident incoming. It's just like I'm sure it'd just be like a pretty fine promo or whatever that he does, but there's always that probability of even off camera they could be going out for dinner after. Yeah, they could be.
Of course they are, man.
Yeah,
it could be an international incident. Is what I'm saying with these guys. Jey Uso. It's how things go down under. Jey. He might not have a mystery partner. So you got Jey Uso. It's essentially against A-Town under. Officially in the tag match, it'll be Jey Uso and a mystery partner. But
you know who should be his partner?
His brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his
Like-
brother's not gonna be his partner. His brother's teaming up with somebody else in SmackDown.
His brother's teaming up with Damian Priest.
Yeah.
That's I like Priest, but the
It'll probably
but
Sami Zayn.
I'm just saying in the previous weeks though, it's like okay, he beat he essentially beat A-Town Under by himself twice in the previous 2 weeks. Coming out of these single matches.
Just have Ludwig
What
Kaiser be his
matches
partner.
are we looking at? What matches are we looking? What was that?
They should have Ludwig Kaiser be his partner.
Yeah.
That would throw a wrench into everything.
Yeah.
They should have Ludwig Kaiser do something.
Yeah.
I forgot what they said they were. I think there's plans for him, but I hope. But right now, like I said, they've been killing me with burying him. So at the big one, we got Rhodes and Cena. That'll probably be the main event of Sunday. Was it? Is it Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday.
So Sunday's match would be Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte Flair, and then you get the main event there, Cody Rhodes and Johnson. Getting into the main events of Saturday night, we're looking at Gunther and Jey Uso and Io Sky and Bianca Belair. This is what we.
But you got to add Rhea in there because she's going to be in it.
Oh well, yeah, I'm getting to that. Well, at some point, this is what we kind of know so far. Roman Reigns against CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So I'm just thinking that in itself could be.
Is it any kind of special match?
Oh no!
Other than triple
No,
threat?
it's just going to be a 3.
No, wait. Okay. Well, okay, they're gonna do something out of this then, though. Roman
Hell in the
Reigns.
Cell.
Like I said, we're looking at these matches and match possibilities, and the way that it's probably going to be like another triple threat. But I don't know if they might be doing that. So they're going to be stirring up somehow. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton. Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying Randy Orton and Kevin Owens is a separate match. My bad. Yeah, but we're going to
Yeah, no, they announced that already.
Yeah, Roman Reigns,
On
CM
Smack-
Punk, and Seth Rollins, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Why would? Oh, so if he's Sami Zayn is legitimately out. I almost forgot about that. Injuries worse than we thought because he's out of that running and everything. I guess they kind of place Orton in. Then you get what's the possibility? Damian Priest against Drew McIntyre. They're going to do
That
something
seems
with
to be going that way, yeah.
AJ Styles against Logan Paul. That would be their big, kind of flash match. I think that would probably be the curtain jerk match on Saturday. That would be a big. They did something like.
Wait, Logan Paul versus who? Would you say?
AJ Styles.
Oh, AJ Styles. Totally forgot about that one. Then you also have Braun Breaker versus Penta.
Oh.
Yawn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to that one. I like.
They're
Braun
throwing
Breaker.
Penta into main event mix real quick, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's getting a title match at WrestleMania. The guy's been with the company for what, 2 months?
One of these nights, probably Saturday, they got to do something with the cousins. Possibly, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu. I was going to say there are other possibilities or other cousins, but they're either too level or too injured. So they could be looking at something. So there goes be some of the Samoan cousins just beating the shit out of each other.
What kind of tag team matches are they going to have?
They have to do the belt, so there's
Yeah,
gonna
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about those yet, which is
Street Profits are the champions on SmackDown.
right. I'm trying to think of who they go against. Maybe DIY for a rematch
that would be beautiful.
because they really haven't shown anyone else really challenging them other than Pretty Deadly and Phantasm.
Motor City Machine Guns.
I was going to say that
They haven't even faced them yet. There's like no even talk about it.
Pretty Deadly is pretty terrible.
They're entertaining
yeah.
with them in their
Definitely, but
slow mo.
not in the Burt Boys. I don't know.
Who has the other tag belts?
Raiders,
Viking,
War Machine.
Yeah.
War Machine, War Raiders, Viking Raiders, whatever you want to call them.
We'll go. Yeah, the War Raiders is the official title. And,
You know, people used to care about the tag team division, man. It sucks.
well, I hate to say it. I'm not going to consider myself that much of a mark, but as far as these guys go, I am a fan of the Raiders. I mean, Ivar is in himself just this
The
know,
Creed
400
brothers, I
pound
think, should hold
weapon.
the belts.
No, those guys when they were in Ring of Honor, man, they were awesome.
Yeah. But I like see them just kind of demolish they let people go over and beat them up and things like that. But ultimately, I love watching those guys just work. There's something about it. I actually appreciate some of the carnage, for lack of a better term.
Well, they should let them actually work.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. So sooner or later, it's going to come out in the match, and it's going to come out back to the fall. Maybe WrestleMania, but now we're looking at another yawn, Naomi and Jade Cargill. I don't see that happening. With Jade Cargill. If they're gonna that is a I love Jade Cargill, but she is not toned in the ring, and I don't think she has an interest in becoming any good in the ring.
No, it's. Did you watch the match against Liv? Like she knew exactly. Like she was trying to be too indestructible. Like she knew everything she was going to do. She ducked everything that she was going to do.
Liv literally jumped onto her shoulders. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time Liv tried to do something, it was blocked. I'm like, come on.
That's the thing, though. It's like like I said, that's worse than having to work Goldberg at this point. It's like if you're in the unfortunate situation of having to work Jade Cargill, who would you use? And I guess it would be Naomi because they're familiar, and Naomi is the veteran at this point.
Yeah.
Which is the awesome point. Use their experience.
But we all know Cargo's going to win.
I just don't see it happening because they don't want another botch mania. We don't want a botchamania. I hope not. But,
it's going to be a short match then, man.
Yeah, probably just give
she
her.
needs to go back in NXT, man. Like she needs to learn how to wrestle.
NXT. She came straight to the main roster.
Exactly, because they thought that they had a generational talent. She's not. She's not a wrestler.
No, she's a
bodybuilder.
And she's still, she's still not there. And like I said, I don't think she has an interest in becoming any good in the ring either. And that's my.
I'm more into
But what's more? Let's go with something that is highly probable, though. And I think they would be working in Liv Morgan for this, which would be nice and appropriate, I guess. So it'd be Alexa Bliss against Liv Morgan somehow worked in.
But they're not even the same show.
Don't you think that Liv Morgan and Raquel will defend their tag team championships against somebody?
Just work different nights. XL Liv Morgan. Who would they? Who would ultimately who would the target be?
I don't know. Like, is there even a women's tag team? A legit tag team?
They had them, and they broke up.
Fire.
Well, yeah. Well, and Isla Dawn. They let Isla Dawn go, and now Alba Fire.
Green.
Yeah, she's like, what? Nobody would thought that people think that we wouldn't recognize her.
No, they said it was her. That she's the bodyguard.
She's the bodyguard for Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. I mean, they could go against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. They're a tag team.
Yeah, could do that.
Yeah, there really isn't a women's tag team division. Like, those belts are silly, man. Like,
it's like they had tag teams. They just never went anywhere. And they just gave it to like two strong people, and then that was it. So I'm trying to think, was there anybody? It should be battled between NXT and WWE. Like the belts, like it's really non-existent.
they got more, women's potential women's tag teams in NXT.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an NXT match or, a couple wrestlers or two that definitely in WrestleMania.
If they would have
Look, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Every title should be defended.
Yeah. If they would have brought Alexa Bliss finally into the Wyatt Six, they could have used her and Nikki Cross against Liv and Raquel. There's your tag team match. There's your, and then give the Wyatt Six belts. So at least they show some type of resemblance of an actual squad. But I don't know what they're doing. Like the tag team belts are kind of in limbo on both sides. And there's three of them. So it's like, who's wrestling who? Like, there's no stories for the tag teams right now.
Well, like I said, the War Raiders are just pretty dominant. They've been they've been squashing pretty much everybody that they came across, and they
the New Day and Creed Brothers? Have they
Bring up
other?
Bring up Fraser and Axiom.
Fraxium.
Or bring over the Hardys.
Slower match, but young versus veterans. I could see something there.
And then have the Hardys win one of the belts, and then they can be going back and forth between TNA and WWE.
I'm getting into I'm just trying to think though how many really I really should see how many matches they were really going to have each night, or what festivities.
Well, it's going to be 4 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have
It's a lot of pizza.
a lot of pizza wings and
cheese grommet.
Pizza wings and beer. Boy, oh boy.
I'll just eat the wings.
Yeah, that's the first thing I go tear at too.
Right.
I wanted to do something. We could go on with the the WrestleMania possibilities.
Yeah,
we could
before we do that, I want to share something real quick. I got two things I just want to go over. All right, just give me 1 second. So there's this, which is Penta's.
Getting closer.
Who's that? Ray Phoenix?
Yeah.
That's Penta's brother.
Right. So I guess he's not the American-made person now since they're advertising that. Because that's for SmackDown, not for Raw. So I guess they're just giving up on the whole Phoenix being the secret luchador. What do you think, Tim?
I don't know. With that one.
Yeah. And then
I don't think that much of it. That's that. Penta having Penta and his brother working that's gonna be a lot of fireworks. I'm still who is Penta fighting at WrestleMania?
Probably
Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Be interesting what comes out of that, but boy, they gave him a push. Penta, and despite that push and popularity starting off, he's been doing well in the ring. That would be a good run, but as far as the possibilities of his brother, I that's the thing. A lot of these moves and changes that we've seen, it really contracts. Like even with the television viewing situations, like they're waiting for certain contracts to expire so they could jump ship to either up or down to the WWE or AEW and go from there. But
Right, but they have to wait a certain amount of time after the contract expired before they come over. They can't just come right over.
Well, it
Unless they
depends
get
on the
paid
deal
out.
that they cut. Some of them can, some of them
Mhm.
can't.
If they
Right.
cut you before the contract end, then you're a free agent no matter what.
I think that'd be fun. What was the other thing?
All right, I'll show you right now.
What?
The thing I talked about before. And that's
Okay.
supposed to be Aleister Black.
Okay.
Well, that's what people are saying it is. So
Yeah,
I don't
but-
remember Four being part of that. You guys know anything from that?
Trying to see where we see Aleister Black. Would it be at WrestleMania or would
Probably
just
appear
after.
somewhere and disrupt it. Which means Finn Balor is probably going to have a match at WrestleMania against Judgment Day, probably Dominic. There's probably going to be more mayhem going on, and then that's where Aleister Black will come in, or he'll come in and represent something else. Just don't know. But it's just somebody walking with number 4. That's why I'm like confused by what's going on.
It says right here, some fans are connecting the 4 to a previous Chapter 4, the Beautiful Pain segment Aleister Black shot for WWE before his release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're definitely hinting. But like I said, would it be at WrestleMania or sometime
think
after?
I
Do
think it's
people
gonna be
care enough about Aleister Black for it to be that big of a deal?
They're trying to.
Because I'll tell you this, Aleister Black in AEW as Malachi Black was just shit.
Or they bring him up and rebrand him?
Well, they like keeping it as the dark angle with him, so he's got to be part of something. So either he's going to be part of the Wyatt 6 or he's going to be part of Judgment Day. I don't see anybody else as like a dark kind of mixture, but like I don't understand what the whole 4 is for. Like,
Remember, Tom and Nick Mysterio said that, what did he say to Finn Balor? He wanted Penta to join the Judgment Day?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's
He
like, why do you
wants
want Penta to join the Judgment? He just challenged me for my belt.
Oh, yeah, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, grudge match. That's probably going to happen, right?
That's why I said they're probably going to have a couple more things where shit goes out of wire, go crazy, and they're just pissed off at each other and say that's it. And then there'll probably be battle for whoever has control, and then Aleister Black comes out and disrupts it probably.
You know, there was a promo, I don't remember what show it was on, that Karrion Kross was in the promo with AJ Styles.
It's on Raw.
Right, it was on Raw last week. Okay.
He disappears and he just talks.
So what were they doing with that guy?
He just makes appearances.
because he's
He,
been
like,
talking to a
shakes
lot
hands,
of people
babies.
backstage, but it's been pointless.
No,
Like, he's a heavyweight main event talent that they do nothing with.
he hasn't wrestled all year. It's just him talking to people, or him standing out in the crowd saying, "Ooh, look, this is what I told you."
With his hot little wife. What's her name? Scarlett.
Scarlett, not Scarlett Johansson, but you know,
Scarlett Bordeaux.
Scarlett Bordeaux. So, but yeah, it's.
No, Well, one thing I mean, like I said, we could what if and kind of fill up the rest of the WrestleMania card, or get into something fun, the Slammies. I'm thinking, just going over the Slammies. I was starting to have fun with it already. Um, yeah, okay, so that's going to be out of WrestleMania on Sunday.
I've never
Um,
watched the Slammies.
The best Slammies ever was 1987.
yes,
I had
yes.
and the Harley race and Hacksaw Jim Duggan had this big fight backstage, and they were just beating the shit out of each other.
That was the introduction of the 2x4. That's when that came into play, right? That that clip right there. That is brilliant, Mike. I appreciate that. Good reference.
Because that's the only Slammies that I enjoyed ever.
Okay, so
40 years ago.
okay, let's go into female superstar of the year. Now, I'm just going to mention what I think we would be looking at, or at least honorable mention out of each
I think
group.
it's Liv
But
Morgan.
what's that?
She's had a good year, man.
Morgan, I think, will win that.
You gonna have Liv Morgan over Rhea Ripley?
Yeah. Liv Morgan has done a lot more with Rhea missing some time and then getting the belt back. So,
Oh,
because if you're going by year, so you're going from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, I think Liv had more of an impact than Rhea has. Like she only held the championship belt. That was it. Liv has held the champion. She's held the tag team twice. So I think.
What about Tiffy? Tiffy got the Money in the Bank, and she's the champion now.
Yeah, but I think Liv has more impact than Tiffy. She's had more rivalry impacts with Rhea and other people, so I think it's her. But we'll see. Like it can go either way. I would say one of those three.
Liv has come a long way, man. She was like, when she was in that faction with,
Through the NXT thing, they almost booted her.
and then she was with Ruby Riott and the chick that's married to the guy from the War Machine. What's her name? Sarah Logan, Valhalla. She was in a faction with the two of them, and now, she's a main event talent.
Yep.
So I'll give her a lot of credit.
yeah, that was a big jump there. So I concur with Liv Morgan as a pick for that. I definitely a good point. The only other honorable mention I would have is Bailey, just on the point that she was working on both shows. She's the veteran, I guess. Putting a lot of these girls over, working with them in the ring. And everything like that. So I think Bailey's she's probably mentoring somebody or some buddies. But I just wanted to leave her as an honorable mention. But I'm definitely leaning towards Liv Morgan as the pick for that.
Honorable mention, Stephanie Vaquer.
Io Sky.
Male superstar of the year. Everyone could say, what's that?
That I don't know.
Everyone could say Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Jey Uso, no.
Gunther.
That's my pick. I already have him checked off as our pick. Because he had a lot more matches, and just the way he's been working, Gunther, I'm putting as our pick for male superstar of the year. If there's any arguments or he thinks that is something better, like I said, we're discussing these things as we go.
The only one I can think would be Braun Breaker.
I would say, yeah, I agree with Craig. Braun Breaker.
Yeah, but I can't hear him. That's the problem I got going on here.
Braun Breaker.
Because Penta only came in what, December?
No, not even.
Well, he was before Rumble because he did have a match. He had a couple matches.
No, I think he came in after Rumble.
No, he was number 2 in the Rumble. So he had a couple
yeah.
matches before the Rumble. So I think he
What
came
is
in
it?
like
March?
December or
It's
so.
March?
The Rumble was like February 1st.
Right. Okay. So he's been around for a couple months.
Yeah. Oh, or was it February 1st or February 8th? Whatever it was. It was your day before your birthday. So Penta was in like a couple matches before the match because he spoke to like Mysterio and helped him with something, and then he faced off against him for the Rumble match. But yeah, I want to say give it to Penta because of his, what is it, meteoric climb to championship status with WrestleMania. Other than that, I don't think anybody else. I don't see Cody as, but they might even give it to Cody just because it's Cody.
Yeah, it being a popularity contest and everything like that. But
John Cena.
The Rock. Roman
oh
Reigns.
yeah, there was so much more his finale tour. I thought there was supposed to be this whole big tour, before WrestleMania, and that got botched.
Exactly. Like, where is he?
Filming something.
But he hasn't
Seriously,
done
that's what.
anything. This is your farewell tour. At least wrestle once a month.
Yeah. Well, he should be wrestling every week. Or doing,
Or every other week at least. Show an
something.
appearance.
Right. He just records something for off weeks and shit. I seen him do it with a lot of guys.
Yeah, he was at the Rumble. He was at Elimination Chamber, and he showed up last week on Raw. That was it.
How about the most memorable entrance? For us, I already have Dominic and Liv Morgan at Bad Blood. It's all about the lowrider, especially when you're looking at the memorable entrances. If there's another one you could think of this year, correct me, but I'm thinking it's all about the lowrider. But as far as honorable mentions, Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin, and since everybody's WrestleMania entrance is on the list, Seth Rollins at WrestleMania with the Philadelphia Mummers Band. Remember, we had the whole marching band come out and shit last year. That was just, I think that was pretty cool. But
Oh, I don't watch entrances.
Yeah, they
oh,
take too long, man.
That's false.
Entrances was like literally like 3/4 of my whole deal out there. It really was. Most people have like most of it in the ring or what have you. Most of me was my heavy metal long drawn out entrances. That was my thing. Anyway, sorry. But so we're not any thoughts about the entrances?
Nothing really comes to mind.
Nothing stands out.
Most memorable. At least they got this, but I feel better knowing Joey Styles had a job somewhere. They're calling it, oh my god, the OMG moment of the year. And on this list you got everything from Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns, the WrestleMania finish.
Nah, the oh my god is going to be Cena turning on Cody.
Yeah, that by far. The only other honorable mentions I would have is Io Sky beating Rhea Ripley. That was kind of surprising.
Yeah, as for entrances, maybe Alexa Bliss showing up at the Rumble. That's basically about
it. Yes, good one. Faction of the year. I went with the OG Bloodline for us. Because it's definitely not Judgment Day or even New Bloodline as far as Faction of the Year. OG Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline wasn't even really there for the year.
The Angelo family.
Is NXT even counted in this?
No, you guys shit on NXT, man.
I'm not saying
they should.
I'm asking, like, I don't watch the Slammies. Are they even nominated for the Slammies?
Probably not. I think it's just main roster shit.
Well, tag teamers of the year, we mentioned, a few. You get from DII, Motor City Machine Guns, uh, uh, Bloodline. But my pick or our picks for this, I'm think well, you could always make an argument for Street Profits too, but I'm looking at War Raiders just because they are just so dominant with the titles. They pretty much work every week, and they don't work nicely either. Like I said, our Ivar is just a big roly poly weapon in himself.
Who does
That guy's pretty agile though for a big dude, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like Bam Bam Bigelow. The way, man, you see the way Bam Bam used to move around the ring. Another guy who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Bam Bam.
Yeah, I thought he was. No, yeah,
No, I don't think he is.
yeah. That's an overlook. He definitely should be.
That's got to be some kind of shit that we don't know about.
There's something happened behind
With
the
a lot
scenes.
of these things, that's exactly what it is, dude. There's rivalry.
Lex Luger's finally getting in.
Oh, I still have my I guess he does deserve it and everything like that, blah blah blah. But still, though, back in the day, he was like embarrassed of being a professional wrestler. He never called himself, a wrestler or with these guys or anything like that. He was a glorified bodybuilder that they really put over. And when you look at how Elizabeth died, and like I said, it's painkillers are a pro wrestler's drug, and that's what I I I, I, I think there's going to be an asterisk there.
If you base it off of Luger's WWF run, I mean, he should not be in the Hall of Fame, but it's all his WCW accolades. He held the world title, held the U.S. title a bunch of times, held the tag team titles with Sting. He was in the Four Horsemen. So, I mean, all that shit. But his run in WWF, I mean, that shit was terrible. God awful.
Rivalry of the year. Yeah, I put it, like honorable mentions of like KO and Cody Rhodes. Well, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for that matter. But
They didn't even have a
still,
rival
Damian
now.
Priest versus Finn Balor as far as rivalries. But as far as rivalries, my favorite, or I think could be possibly, fan favorite as well, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
You
Yeah,
got Punk and McIntyre,
Or Punk and Rollins.
Punk and Rollins. That's another one.
I would go with the Liv and Rhea.
Yeah, that's what I kind of had penciled in as a pick. NXT superstar of the year. So anyone could say things about Ethan Page or Trick Williams, but I'm definitely going with Oba Femi.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer.
Sure. Yeah.
Match of the year. I penciled in the men's war game match just because it's like the entire match. It was like a cycle of carnage, basically, and all in all, I think we're going at that. As far as honorable mentions, you got Liv Morgan and Rhea at SummerSlam, and Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam. As far as
I would go with War Games. It was the last time we saw Bronson Reed.
Oh, name change, big name change. It was Seth Rollins, then it became Seth freaking Rollins, but because it was like an actual part of his name, like his actual name, people actually had to say we don't want to say freaking on the AM radio or whatever. So it's okay. So we're going back to just
Why can't you say freaking?
it's just Seth Rollins again now. But what's the other thing? Bronson Reed. He's no longer big Bronson Reed. He's Bronson Reed. There was another one that I can't think of that was just equally stupid. um, as far as match of the year, what are you guys thinking then? I have, like I said, War Games. Gunther and Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin.
Did he fight Randy Orton? I don't remember Gunther fighting Randy Orton.
Yeah, at Bash in Berlin. I'm sorry, I could be wrong. That's what that's what I had though.
Yeah, didn't that was Gunther's match? There was Randy Orton.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it though. It's Bash in Berlin, one of these side pay-per-views. So
I don't even remember enough good matches this year to even give you an answer.
No.
yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at they got a list out now too. You could be looking at Reigns versus The Rock. Reigns and Rock against Rhodes and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
That match was terrible.
Yeah, and there's the whole list is pretty terrible. That's why I just went with. Anyway. The WTF moment of the year. I guess that'd be different than the oh my god moment of the year.
I feel like I'm in Back of the Future. Like my arms disappear.
I love this though. R-Truth is like shows up several times on this list, and of course he always cracks me up. But when it gets into a full moment of the year, I'm going with the Wyatt Six debut. I mean, they debuted. Let's face it, they debuted well. Then everything went to pot around
Because they didn't book him right.
Roadhouse's leg, I think it was, or something.
He barely wrestled. How did he break his leg?
I don't know what injury he had there.
I don't know.
But he's now cleared, and that's why they're making the whole comeback, and they're gonna.
They can easily have the Wyatt Six still going and have Alexa Bliss take over. They could have easily just done that and still had it still going, making an impact somewhere. But they didn't. They're just basically threw him off to the side, and it's going to get buried like it normally does. And no one's going to care because no one's seen them in freaking forever. Like, they're not on any major pay-per-view. They don't do anything other than house shows and.
Well, they were saying it's like if they're not all there or they're not ready to do whatever they had planned, it would be pointless to have them on TV. So,
But then dress up Alexa Bliss into something else so they don't see it's Alexa Bliss. Have like a dark cloak shadow thing hanging from the ceiling, pointing. Like, make up something. You don't have to have Howdy there at the ring.
She needs to be Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you guys.
It's all right.
So I'm just looking at, because we were talking about match of the year, and then Tim was like, there's a list out there. So I went to a bullshit list, which is Dave Meltzer's, 5-star rated matches.
Okay, now we're talking.
So we're just talking about, how he rates WWE. He never, it's rare that you'll see a WWE match get 5 stars. So in the last calendar year, right, leading up to WrestleMania, Dave Meltzer rated Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles at Backlash France 5 stars. That was May of 2024, right?
That was before WrestleMania, though.
That was after. That's May.
Don't mind me.
Then the next match that he rated 5 stars was CM Punk versus McIntyre at Bad Blood. That was October. Then the next match he rated 5 stars for WWE was Owens versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. And that's it. In one calendar year, he rated 3 WWE matches 5 stars. If I tell you how many AEW matches were rated at least 5 stars in here, you would laugh your ass off.
Good share there, Mike. That's awesome, and good point. I'm just nodding my head the whole time. And, yeah.
So what, McIntyre Punk?
So, I mean, not one WrestleMania match from last WrestleMania was rated 5 stars or more.
No, and that's like most of the list.
And Cody took the belt from Roman Reigns, who held it for 4 years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I get the feeling Cody Rhodes is going to go over as well. I mean, he's too much of a face. He's too much whatever. And I know you think they're going to have John Cena go. I think they're going to have just like leave John Cena as tying it. I see him going out on his back. I don't know.
Really?
I would like to see that, but I get the sinking.
But then why would he come back just to not get the belt? Like, what's the point of this whole farewell tour? Like, he could have just left it at that then. He didn't need
Maybe he'll get a belt, but he won't get the belt.
Is he a Grand Slam champion?
Yeah. That motherfucker held everything.
The only belt that's left is the one that Cody has.
And he's held that title.
Has he held that one, or has he held the other one?
Well, Cody has the WWE belt. But no matter how many ways you want to call it, the Universal title, the undisputed belt, it's the fucking WWE title. It's the same belt that Nature Boy Buddy Rogers had at the beginning and Bruno held for all those years and Hogan and whatnot. And he's held the World Heavyweight Championship as well. So he's held Gunther's belt, even though that's a made-up belt.
Getting the belt, because it'll be like, what is the point of him even being back for this farewell tour?
The only thing that deters it is thinking about Triple H's relationship to Ric Flair, all right? And preserving that for his boy, even though Ric Flair doesn't really have any affiliation with WWE right now. But yeah, I agree with Craig, man. There's no reason why Cena would come for this farewell tour and not hold the title for one last time to break that record.
And you say you think he's actually going to have a that would be a good idea though. Have a real solid run after like during the summer. I think he's supposed to.
Yeah, he'll have it for at least the summertime, and then he'll probably lose the belt, as I said, either at the Rumble or whatever the major pay-per-view.
Or not even, man. Like have him have a short run with it and then lose it at SummerSlam or some shit. Like SummerSlam is at the end of the summer, so he'd hold it for, May, June, July, all 4 or 5 months. Like that's good. He doesn't need the belt any longer than that.
No.
Look, he's never held the belt for that long. That's why he's held it 16 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
so
they went back and forth a few times. Yeah. Breakout superstar of the year. Of course, you could think of guys like Femi and Penta, especially. Given the push that he got. As far as breakout star, too, Leo Valkyria is on the list. But as far as our pick to close this off, I went with Braun Breaker, just because
yeah.
Continental champion, and just the way that he is developing and looks in the ring.
Right.
A little lacking on charisma, but. I don't know.
No, but he's got that kind of crazy. He's like got a crazy streak about him. Like he got crazy eyes and shit, kind of like his father a little bit. He's like a good. He's the perfect combination of his father and his uncle. Like, you got him. That's it. Like, that guy's the future. The only other guy I would think of is like maybe Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, but they're very that's the other only other one on my list there that I would go over. Like like you go look at Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green, but I Jacob Fatu or Braun.
Those guys are going to hold the world title. We know that.
But that's the thing, though. Fatu. Let's put it for this year, though. When it comes down to matches and everything like that, and having actual goals, like it goes back to Braun, I think. But Fatu had definitely higher profile matches, or at least I wouldn't even know matches. Just kind of fucking destroys people. But yeah.
I'm done watching him wrestle Braun Strowman. That's got to end. Enough with that.
Oh yeah. So some of these matches, like I said, it's like okay, especially with SmackDown, you got a 3-hour show, you got this, that, and other thing going on. I could go down that list too, and it's just like, oh for Pete's sakes, it's in another Deja Vu match. They're basically having the exact same match from last week. No different stipulation except there's like one different person swapped out. I don't care or no, but they're working over a lot of the same stuff because they're honestly when the writers say, hey, we don't know what to do. You need better us.
Right.
You need better writers because damn. Especially with the talent that they got, Judas Priest, they could do a lot, and we know how and which order to even book them.
Well, they have so much talent, they don't know what to do with. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need. I'll say it. They need more writers, and then over time you're going to see who the better writers are for this stuff. See what goes over and what doesn't. They just need more. And with all the freaking advertising that they're doing, like okay, you got the beer commercials on the ring and this, that, and another thing, and geez, I'm waiting for KFC on the turnbuckles and shit. But with
Bro, you already got plenty in the ring.
I was gonna say with the extra advertising, the extra boost, and everything like that, you reinvest a little bit and get more writers, especially for the entire mid card, which is a mosh pit right now because they admit they don't know what to do.
As I said, that's why NXT the writing's so much better because they have an end story. They know once this guy gets to a certain point, he's going to be pulled up to the main roster. With WWE, yes, you have the contracts, but if this story does well, are we keeping this person? Like, that's why a lot of people just like they're trying different stories to see if they hit. So they're basically just taking a dart, throwing it against the dartboard, and seeing. Not like Tim when he's drunk, who doesn't miss on freaking the dartboard.
No.
Until I come in and go boop.
So we were talking about all the WrestleMania matches, and there's only been 6 confirmed.
Right.
And then
right now,
obviously we kind of know what the rest of them are going to be, but for the rest of the roster,
yeah.
Now that Andre the Giant Battle Royal is going to be on the SmackDown the day before,
right?
Nice. I think they did that last year too.
Yeah, like they don't even have enough room to put a Battle Royal in a 2-day event.
Or I mean, it's not even going to be it's going to be on the pregame show, ain't it? Probably in the background or something.
Do you think WrestleMania needs a pregame show?
No, you got
this shit is 7-8 hours long.
Yeah, as it is, and no, I mean, back in the day, I would love the previews before, because it wasn't exactly commercials coming into it. It's kind of like what they do now, except not live, and um, but at least they go over the shows, they go over the matches with the countdown, with the timer until 8 o'clock, when the pay per view actually started. And I remember paying like 40, $50 for these things at the time. But I just nostalgic. I just remember all that, and but
Yeah, it says start time 7 p.m. So it's a 4-hour show.
Yeah, 7 p.m. We won't start watching it until like 9.
Well, because we fast forward through. Okay.
Do you know how many bags of Doritos Craig and I are going to eat? I mean, that's a long show, man.
DiGiorno.
It'd be a 6 hour. I can't do it. I was gonna say that'd be a 6 hour drive, but I mean it's like I'm gonna come out there to you guys then.
If you can make it,
I'll be full
I
and
can't see it because I got the screen thing on. There's a couch I can open up for you.
If you build it, he will come.
But I work Saturday morning, so I won't be here.
No, there's something like that. Keep in mind, but that's the thing. I'll be, it's kind of bad though because I had, my stomach removed, so it's like I don't have like a huge gas tank anymore. So I'll be able to come in that far. It's like, all the goodies and all the food. It's like, oh yeah, I had a few hors d'oeuvres and I'm like, oh, I'm like, but that would be something else. I'm trying to think like what swag would I be wearing for that. I'd have to go ahead and go head to toe with something. But I was gonna say we could filibuster more on the rest of the card, but I really think that's what we're looking at for come WrestleMania.
Right, so WrestleMania is in about a month,
Yep.
and there's no other big events before that.
No,
No, it's not our main events. I think after.
So we just have the regular Raw and SmackDown for the next month.
Yep.
And it's all just one huge gaping commercial for WrestleMania. I mean, it's like
More or less. I mean, what are they going to,
well, that's that they can.
what matches are going to?
That's what that month is for. Though they could really build up the the mid card, the undercard there. Some of these other matches that we might actually see at WrestleMania. Like I said, there would be interesting what comes out for the tag team title situation.
They gotta build some
Holloway
storyline.
back, Jesus.
Or probably like a 4-way or something because they don't know what to do with the tag team.
Yeah, they just have to throw them all in there. What about the Miz and R-Truth?
No, I think that ship sailed because R-Truth fought against the Miz just recently.
How about R-Truth and anybody? How about R-Truth should have a fucking match at WrestleMania?
I'm fine with that.
He's amazing. He's the oldest, but yet he's in the best shape. I mean, he does stuff on the internet, podcasts and internet and stuff, though, and just the ad libbing and off the fly stuff is just he needs his own show, is what he needs, and I don't mean like a podcast. I mean like like a Chappelle show or something. I mean, you could just follow him around with the camera and just it's freaking nuts. And it's the kind of comedy where you got to stop and think for a second sometimes. Like I said, R-Truth with anybody in any situation. That's why I think of that. He really, I don't care if it's an internet show or what. Even better if it was. He definitely something. But that's the thing that he can still go. Unbelievably,
No, man, he's in good shape, man.
Well, how is he reacting to the whole John Cena change? We haven't seen him, so
yeah. I think that going back to the WTF moment is like when he called somebody no, he called Triple H Champa.
No, he called
Just
Ciampa
because he
Triple
looks
H.
like, and it was just like, oh, ooh, I don't know if that's a put up or put down there, you know.
There's a
But
guy who's like in really good shape and is a good wrestler, but they don't know what to do with him. Like he's not big enough. That's the problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it's like just follow him around with a camera. Follow him around like Walmart shopping or something. I mean, the possibilities with that it would be endless. You know,
That's
it
what
But
might
they're
let
be
him be a backstage interviewer, like
oh, that's even better.
Well, that's why
Good
they were
call.
doing with the 24/7 belt. They were just following him around.
Essentially, yeah, and he probably had that title like what 5 6 times out of
He had it like 60 something times.
yeah.
the yeah. No, I was just saying that they got rid of it and everything like that. That was my favorite belt because it was constantly moving. It could be anywhere. Someone could be trying to sleep, and they just get pounded and pinned. And for Christ's sake, I'm pretty sure Bill Shatner had the damn thing. I mean, it was just
Gronkowski had it when he hosted WrestleMania that one time.
mhm.
It was like there was like no reason for it. So
It was just that was just random fun. It shouldn't be like I said. It shouldn't be on Raw, but it should be like up down down or one of these like internet channels there just to fuck around with that. But
yeah,
I don't think it'd be a big part of Raw. But like I said, we could filibuster like that, or I think we're looking at the point we'll call for tonight. But I'm just thinking, okay, next show. Well, we'll just keep it at that. We'll just keep going on the road to WrestleMania. Um, and we'll see how things develop and build up from there. Um,
And I'm gonna waste the rest of my night watching AEW Collision.
you
eh,
enjoy that.
same here. I spent the entire afternoon watching AEW and loving it, but I'm still not entirely following. I'm a little more familiar as I go, but after all that, I'm still like a couple weeks behind. So I'm still working my way there. But I'm still going to watch the new ones anyway, just because.
I don't know. I watch it because it's like really bad, but at least it's not boring.
Bad that you can't turn away.
Right. Like I'm bored by Raw and SmackDown. I can just keep that shit on in the background and like not even know what's happening.
Yeah, well put. Well put. That's the thing, though. It's still not as bad as SmackDown. You got a 3 hour show. Um, you got full coverage and everything like that. You got these little shows. They could cover that in a 3 hour show in 20 minutes.
Seriously, man. Why is that shit 3 hours?
I, I don't know if they're going to cut it back to two or what there, but I'll say with this though, same bad time, same bad channel next week, guys.
Sure.
Bang bang.
Like I said, I had this whole Bray Wyatt thing going on, but it's just like, yeah, I like to think they're going to do something with the stuff's going around there. Come out of the shadows, Jesus. Um, I think we're going to have the moment that we were expecting after their arrival, after their when he showed up last year. That I think we're going to finally get our Wyatt 6 intro start, whatever. I'd like to think because I'm thoroughly entertained with the prospects of that, but they, they just haven't done anything with it because even if he's injured or sick or whatever, they did do some video vignettes with Captain Howdy, but okay, you could still have them there, just not,
Right.
jive
When
in
Bray
and
was
fight.
there, Howdy was barely even on the TV. So like you don't need Howdy for the Wyatt 626 seed. So
Right.
I don't understand why they're making such a
Terrible
non-important
decision.
move to have them showcased.
Yeah.
You're paying
And it's-
people to do what? I don't know how this whole contract thing works with wrestling.
And meanwhile, it's like, okay, I'm getting, freaking deja vu matches. That's all, a lot of these are. It's like, wasn't it just the same match last week? Basically,
Yep.
it gets tiresome. But anyway, another great show, and I'm going to have this up for pretty briefly. I'm, getting. That's what a lot of this is. It could be a couple of old guys talking wrestling, but I think, oh yeah, you know what I mean. Middle age. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding out that I'm getting gross for some reason at this age. Things just go to hell. But anyway, I'm gonna call it at that. But I'll see you guys next week, and I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, yeah, as I was getting at, instead of a couple of middle aged guys going over everything, I'm you know getting things going, developing, learning, and I I I like the setup. I like kind of like what we got going on. I'm like some of the things we could be able to do with it. I'll be doing in more background videos and pictures with the editing too. I'm gonna make a day of it tomorrow. But another good episode of Kayfabe Chronicles, and have a good night, guys.
Ciao.